Guys, don't forget to donate to the Dhul Hijjah Appeal 2026 organized by One Ummah. You can give your Qurbani Udhiyah from as little as £30. And look, you can either give to India, Bangladesh, Burma, Kenya, Niger, Pakistan, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, Tanzania, Mauritania. Look at the bands, yeah? All of these countries, pick the one that you want to give it to. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably heard by now because it's all over the mainstream media and social media that an individual has been arrested for the attempted murder of two Jewish people. Atrocious, terrible, no person should be stabbed because of the color of their skin or their religious belief. But it does not end there, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a half-cooked story. Yes, but first, let me prove to you that I mean what I say and I say what I mean. Sky, what are they saying?
Who has been charged with the attempted murder over the stabbings that took place in Golders Green, North London, two Jewish men there.
Well, here a 45-year-old man has appeared in court charged with attempted murder after two Jewish men were stabbed in North London on Wednesday.
Again, two Jewish men, they were stabbed. Again, Associated Press, two Jewish men in London. Reuters, UK man appears in court over stabbing of two Jewish men in London. BBC breaking news, man charged with attempted murder of two Jewish men in Golders Green. But if you look further down in the article, you will see that there were actually three men that were stabbed. The first was a Muslim man. The other two were Jewish men. However, the way the media is trying to portray this is like, he's building seven, mate. Shh. We don't want to be talking about that, you know what I mean? Because it takes away from the narrative that two Jewish people have been stabbed. Look what's going on in Iran. They're linked with Iran. Therefore, it justifies what we're doing over there. And by the way, we can use that as a pretext to stop the Palestinian marches, where even Jewish individuals are saying you are cheapening anti-Semitism.
I find this very difficult to understand. What is the connection between the protests and the person who tried to kill two Jews yesterday?
Exactly.
There's no logical connection at all. It's a total leap of faith, and therefore it is very disturbing that politicians are using Jewish suffering as a weaponized lever for their own pet projects.
Thank you, Rabbi. Right, so you can see over here, The Guardian, three people during two knife attacks in London. Two knife attacks, i.e. one involving him and the other one involving the two Jewish people. And the Muslim was named Ismail Hussein. Now, even though Guardian did mention three by some miracle, let's see how they phrased it. Man appears in court over attempted murder of three people. Good, you've got the number right. Isa Suleiman accused of stabbing two Jewish men. Okay, you want to mention their religion? Fine, but hopefully you're going to mention the religion of the other Muslim guy as well in Golders Green, and Ismail Hussein. What? Why are you not mentioning his religion? I mean, anyone who's anyone can see Ismail Hussein. Hussein, Ismail. Two Muslim names, the first and the latter. It's not enough, ladies and gentlemen. You can even see the proposed community notes. Not everyone can see this, but look, Isa Suleiman is accused of attempting to murder three, not two people. The third is a Muslim. But Sky is still peddling. And it's still there. Look, it's still there. Even far-right lady Jada Franson said, isn't it odd that we've heard next to nothing about Isa Suleiman's first victim that day? I didn't even know three people had been attacked. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on social media. It literally takes 10 minutes on social media to realize and be able to verify. How is it that we are doing better journalism than the journalists? Is it any wonder that no one respects that craft? Journalist, you got to put them in air quotes now, especially when they're to do with the mainstream media.
Just like that, the claims of the stabbing in Golders Green earlier this week being anti-Semitic have fallen apart. They have crumbled, but you would have to look hard to find out why.
Now, let's also look at this as well. Golders Green suspect was staying in a mental health facility. But you don't want to say that, because any Muslim that does an attack is 100% in control of his mental faculties, because we can't have mental illnesses, you know. Everybody else can have mental illnesses, but we are the most stable, mentally secure people. In fact, we go against human nature. This is unheard of, yeah? We need to be put under a microscope. Give me a break. Of course. And then on top of that, every person that's done an attack knows the doctrine of Islam and practices Islam properly. And he's the Sheikhul Hadith, Sheikhul Islam. There's this guy. But for God's sake, he doesn't understand the fundamentals of the Quran. So this is the Telegraph, yeah? You can't moan and say, oh, it's one of those lefty papers. No, Telegraph says right wing as you can get. LBC says Golders Green terror suspect named as Somali-born Brit with a history of serious violence and mental health issues. Ding, 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 ding. That's why he stabbed a Muslim as well. Yes. But we're not going to be hearing about that, are we? Even Sky has been forced to talk about the mental health issues. But let's see what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. Is the mainstream media going to have some sharm and some haya? In other words, will they be ashamed of the way they've framed this? And will we see some retractions? Or will we just see them double down and use news speak, to borrow the words of George Orwell from his magnum opus of 1984? I think I've covered a lot of things in a very short period of time. I'll let you guys digest this, share this amongst your friends and family, because it's very important when these things happen. We are very quick at learning the holistic context, implication on us, our families, and the communities at large. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.